pay Mr. Beast like $10 million.
My career is gonna be extinct.
First year, I couldn't even crack 1,000.
What would you do if you had to get 1 million views tomorrow? You're dying.
Bro, I just sucked at YouTube for a long time. I mean, YouTube's a hard game.
ChatGPT scripts. ChatGPT does the title. ChatGPT makes like the thumbnail.
10K a month and 30K a month, and now it's like 100K a month.
Gotta get more.
The number one reason why people are still waking up with no new subscribers.
State your name, occupation, and social security number.
All right, my name is Linden Chastain. My occupation is, I guess, full-time YouTuber. And then my social security number, I don't know if we could disclose that.
69 420 69 420.
Yeah, exactly. It's the amount of subs I have.
On Amplify?
Nah. All right, let's get into this pod.
Let's do it. All right, so who are some of the people you've worked with, and what have your results been with those people?
So basically, people that I've worked with Nate O'Brien, I've worked with Joel Kaplan, I've worked with the Cheeky Boyos, and through the Cheeky Boyos, I've also worked with Eric, Young Gravy.
Shoot, some big names.
Exactly, yeah. And so, who else? I've worked with bunch of dropshipping guys as well. Noah Brewer, done some editing for Tan Chowdhury, done a bunch of stuff. I've been in the game for a long time, and I've worked with a lot of people.
Speaking of being in the game for a long time, how did you learn YouTube to be where you're at right now, Mr. YouTube strategist over there?
Bro, I just sucked at YouTube for a long time. I mean, YouTube's a hard game. It's not easy at all. And for me, it wasn't any different. I think for every single person starting out on YouTube, they are not good in the beginning. So for me, I spent the first 2 years trying to break, 10,000 subs. Never did it. And yeah, first year I couldn't even crack 1,000. I made a pact to myself. I knew I was going to be bad in the beginning. So I just made a pact to myself. I'm going to upload 52 videos in 52 weeks. And I did just that. And just after that year, I broke my first 1,000 subs. After that,
how long ago was that?
That was 4 years ago.
4 years ago. Okay.
Yeah. So after that, basically just kept posting videos, and I figured out something that worked, right? As you do if you're going to do it for like a year or two. Figured out a style that worked. Started getting into dropshipping. I mean, I know you know that game too.
Yeah. That's how we met. For those who don't know, we were both doing dropshipping. And then I reached out to Linden. I saw his one video, a couple of dropshipping videos he was doing, and then we hit it off from there. So
yes, sir. Exactly.
Yeah.
So started making that content, started making dropshipping content, dropshipping challenges, and they just started blowing up. I started getting 10,000 views, 20,000 views, and then eventually I had a video pop off to 214,000 views. And then I kept having videos do well after that. And yeah, that's pretty much the story of how I started my first kind of successful channel.
Yeah. So then tell me about your channel right now, Amplify Views. What's the game plan for that? How's it looking right now? And what's your goals with that?
For sure. So basically, I have a channel called Amplify Views, and what we've done is we started it 3 months ago. We grew it from 0 to 1,000 subscribers in 30 days, and then we grew it from 0 to 10,000 in under 3 months. So it's been performing really well. We've had videos pop off to 100,000 now, which is really cool to see on a brand new channel with no shout outs or anything like that. Completely organic, 100% YouTube, no shorts. So that's been really cool to see. And my goal with that is really to just educate people on YouTube. I want to just show people. I want to give all of the knowledge that I've learned over these last 4 years, all the suffering that I've gone through, and I'm sure you have too.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, it's a rough game, and
it's a journey. It's a very long journey.
It's a jungle, yeah. So I want to help people navigate through that jungle and, kind of give them an actual path to follow. So what I did is I actually built out a completely free YouTube course with, over 12 hours of content. It tells you step by step how to start a YouTube channel, and it's just as good as most people's paid stuff. So
even better because I was in it, but.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he was in it. Yeah,
I did the thumbnail module. That was it. Everything else
exactly. So
there's a lot of sauce in there.
We bring in a lot of YouTube experts, and Josh is one of them, and I think it's it's a really powerful course for people starting out. And that's kind of the mission, is just give everyone equal access to education, because I believe in equal access to education. You know, I know I'm big into traveling. I've traveled to a bunch of countries where like the basic income is very, very low, right? Like the average income. And those guys, like, they can't afford a $300 YouTube course. That's like their monthly salary, you know? So it's tough. And I believe that they should have just as much access to that information as we do. You know, growing up in America, $300, that's like, you know, a couple hours of work, right? In our line. So
yeah, it's not much at all.
Exactly. So I think that's kind of my mission. It's what I want to do. That's where I want to take the channel. Just keep providing free access to education, and building that up, and keep posting videos and helping people grow.
So off of that free course and off of Amplify Views, it's one thing to empower a lot of people, give them free education, but you obviously got to make money too. So how does that work for you? How does the course translate into revenue, everything else? How does that look?
Yeah, 100%. So basically, I have a YouTube agency. What we do is we help with strategy and packaging. So basically, what we do is we essentially give people like a game plan to succeed on YouTube. Usually entrepreneurs making over $1 million a year. We basically sit down on a call, figure out, you know, how they can grow. And then what we do is we essentially handle the 80-20 of YouTube for them. So we handle the idea, title, and thumbnail. We do all of that for them at the highest level, because that's really 80% of what YouTube is. It's kind of your
100%.
Yeah, your overall concept, angle, idea, title, and thumbnail. That's what gets people onto the video. And then once they're on the video, it's still important to have a good video, but it's much less important than having a good idea.
If you don't get clicks, you're not gonna get views. So
exactly,
you got to get them there first.
Yeah, basically. And so how that translates to the free course, right? We have a lot of people going into the free course, getting a ton of free value.
How many people do you have in there right now?
Right now we have just over 5.5K. So,
and that's only in the first like 2 weeks of launching. So it's really impressive.
Yeah, I think like first three weeks, it's been a wild ride. So we monetize through that. We basically link people back to that through the free course. They go into our, you know, entrepreneurs doing over $1 million a year. They go into that, they click on that link, they book a call with us, and then they work with us. Alternatively, we also kind of have a lower ticket offer called the Amplify Elite, where it's essentially people get access. We monetize it completely through affiliates, so they're never paying us directly, but what we do is they just pay an affiliate that's already required to grow on YouTube called vidIQ. And what we do is we just collect 50% of that revenue lifetime recurring. So we get $25 a month per user, and they get access to group coaching completely for free, without paying us anything directly, at least. And that's kind of how we're monetizing it. We're up to about, I think we have 150 members paying $25 a month, not including all the other affiliates that are in the course as well. So it's been doing pretty good for the first 3 weeks. It's getting up there.
Yeah. And you have, in that Amplify Elite, you have weekly coaching calls, right? So it's like
weekly coaching, yes.
Weekly coaching.
We do channel audits. I answer any questions that people have. It's essentially where people can actually get access to me, you know, because they're actually, I'm getting money for it, right? So it's hard to answer 5,000 people, right, for free. So yeah, it's like more direct access to me.
Okay.
But I'm also curious about you, because I know that you have a YouTube business as well, and I would really like to hear a little bit more about that. Can you tell me a bit more about that?
Yeah, so what we're doing right now, this podcast will be after like my Tropic social channel launches, so you guys have already seen that. The offer we're running there, I'm not doing free course, like, you know, I can't be giving away all the sauce like you, but
yeah.
No, what we're doing is right now we're doing a strategy offer, similar to yours, but we're also throwing in script outlines, so it's title, packaging, idea, that type of thing, and then what's something we're actually working on is potentially coming up with like a software to really help creators. We have a lot of ideas. I do have something that's in the works that I'm going to point a lot of people to. I think it's going to be very, very helpful. It's going to be going over viral videos and outlier videos and breaking down why they went viral. It's just going to be a ton of value. So that's something how I'll monetize. But
dude, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see that come to life.
Yeah, it'll be
Seriously.
interesting. We'll see. I got a lot of great stuff planned, trying to make it, a big impact for YouTube and a lot of like entrepreneurs trying to grow their personal brands. That's more my market. So
100%. And I think that like the strategy stuff, it's the biggest impact for people.
right, it's the
So-
biggest value add.
100%.
So what's the next level for you with YouTube? Because you've had a lot of great accomplishments so far. You've worked with some great people, but what's the next step? What's the next level?
Yeah, I think just keeping growing on channels. I think I want to focus more on my skill set this year than trying to monetize it to the maximum level. Yeah, I want to just get really good at short form content. That's definitely an area where I can improve. I'm really good at long form content. That's like my specialty, but short form content definitely have some improvement to do. And then other than that, I think targeting older age demographics, that's something I want to work on as well. So like targeting people that are 40 plus on
Okay.
YouTube, maybe doing a channel like that, I think would be really interesting. Alternatively, just keeping growing my channel, Amplify Views. I want to scale that to 100K by the end of June.
And
So-
so it's coming up
Yep.
in a few months.
4 months. Got to go from, we're at like 14,000 to 100K. That's a tough goal to hit, but we're
Big
going to
jump,
hit
but
it.
You got momentum on your side right now.
Yeah, we never missed a goal so far. We set some crazy goals. So I think I 100% believe we can do it.
Okay, so for YouTube, 100K subs, reaching an older audience. What about business? Because I know you're a businessman too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, honestly. I don't know. I think
Well, will all your businesses stem off of YouTube, or will you maybe look somewhere else, or what could that look like for you?
yeah, all of my businesses are going to be off of YouTube. So whether that be creating, more community, obviously scaling the free course, doing all of that. I think that that's the main thing. I'm just going to double down on what's working right now. And I'm not going to try to reinvent the wheel, really. I'm just going to use what works, keep growing the agency. I think right now we're doing about 30K a month. So that's great, but I want to, obviously scale higher, and I know we can for a fact. So yeah, I'm excited for that.
What's the end goal for revenue? Do you have an end goal?
There's never an end goal. Like the thing is, my end goal originally was 10K a month and 30K a month, and now it's like 100K a
You gotta
month.
get more.
Once I get to 100K a month, I'm gonna be like, okay, 300K a month, 400K a month, 500K a month. It just goes up forever, right? So
Yeah.
we'll see. I don't know. I'll probably take a step back at some point, but for right now, man, I think it's just an infinite game and just having fun.
Yeah, for sure.
How about you?
Shoot,
What's your end goal with YouTube?
with
That's
YouTube,
what I'm curious about.
the end goal. Next Andrew Tate.
Next Andrew Tate.
No,
all
no,
right.
no, I'm just playing. I'm gonna be the Iman Gaji, but for YouTube creators. that's what it's gonna be.
Okay.
I don't know about the lifestyle, but that's the goal. That's the goal. Build out a whole ecosystem. So we're gonna have podcasts. We're gonna have entertainment channel. Have the educational channel. Really just trying to fill all facets of life. Maybe a cooking channel. Tropic cooking channel.
Dude, I'm hyped for that one. I've seen your cooking, bro.
It's terrible, bro. It's terrible.
No, that's
no,
good.
it's good now only because you taught me. But oh man,
Yeah. No, that's good. I'm down. I'm ready for that channel, bro.
so bringing it back to YouTube? What's the best way to get to 1,000 subscribers? That's where a lot of your audience is at, and where a lot of people are too who are watching this podcast. They're below 1,000 subscribers. They're trying to get there.
All right. So the best way that you can hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to show you this right now, step by step, is literally all you have to do is come up with 500 ideas. Come up with 500 ideas in your niche that are extremely well researched, based on outliers, and just have a lot of potential to go viral. That's how anyone can go viral right now. Just come up with a shit ton of ideas. And some of them, almost all of them, are going to be crap. But the ones that are not crap are going to be really good. And that's how I was able to scale my own channel from 0 to 10,000 subscribers in under 3 months, literally just because I came up with a ton of ideas. And did you know that the number one reason why people are still waking up with no new subscribers is because they don't have good ideas? And Mr. Beast actually said that YouTube is an ideas business, and he is 100% right. The top creators on the platform literally hire people to bring them ideas. They hire people to come up with thousands and thousands of ideas. So if you're only coming up with 10, you're going to be waking up with no new subscribers. But bro, I'm curious how you would get to 1,000 subscribers fast, because Yeah, I'm very curious. How would you get to 1,000 subscribers fast?
How fast?
30 days
30 days. Long form only.
or shorts.
Shoot, if we, I got two things for you. If we're doing shorts, I'd be posting 3 shorts a day.
3 a day.
Dave Ramsey clips or
Shit.
those type of clips. If I'm just going straight for subscribers, don't care about like revenue, don't care about anything else, I'm posting like those type of clips. I'm posting the Subway Surfers,
Let's go.
the doom scrolling shorts. That's what I'm posting. And I think you post a bunch of those a day. They're high quality, of course. You get 2,000 subscribers, but I don't think that's the best way to do it. Obviously, the best way to do it would be with I think one long form video. You could do it one long form video. There's tons of
100%.
channels, especially right now. All of a sudden, you see these channels pop up in your feed. It'll be like 3 days ago, 500,000 views. It's just some of the YouTube push for smaller creators right now is just crazy. So I think taking what you said with the ideas, you get that great idea, you put that in with great title, great thumbnail, and then you bring in the great editing doesn't really matter that much. It's about the storytelling, honestly. You put together a great story.
Yep.
And the way I do it is I would do it like with social hacks. So something Patty Galloway did all the time. He would make something about Mr. B, something about Casey Neistat, something about Eric, Ryan Trahan. So I'd do something similar. I mean, I'd probably do Mr. B's because that's the widest TAM possible.
Yeah.
So I'd post like a Mr. Beast documentary or something. That's how I do it. And that might be a little bit different than what a lot of people will do, but if I was trying to do it in 30 days, I would just grind on one video and do that.
100%. I think that's what a lot of people don't understand about YouTube is a lot of YouTube is literally just your total addressable market.
Right.
That's it. Like if you expand your total addressable market, the total amount of people that your audience can reach, you'll get more views. And I think not a lot of people understand that. People think that they can go viral in a small niche or that they can go viral talking to millionaires or something like that or trying to, talk only to business people. But the fact is that that's one of the smallest audiences you can talk to, right? That's like 0.1% of the world.
Definitely, yeah.
So
they put themselves in a box with their niche, and they don't expand. Like even when you're in niches, you can expand. You can make things broader to appeal to more people.
how are you doing that?
The way I'm doing that is I'm talking about entrepreneurs on Tropic Social, but I'm using big names. I mean, granted, the total addressable market isn't going to be as big as Mr. Beast, but instead of talking about how to grow your personal brand, very specific stuff, there's not going to be that many people that really care. I'll talk about that inside of a video that's packaged like the secret money machine of influencers. And in that video, I'll talk about how other people are blowing up their personal brands and then how you can do it too. So it's packaging it, framing it in a different way.
100%. I love it.
So we talked about how to get to 1,000 subscribers. What's the best way to level up? Somebody wants a 10x, they want to go to 10,000 subscribers, and then they want to go to 100,000 subscribers. What does that look like?
Yeah, so the difference is 0 to 1,000 all comes down to making. I would say 0 to 1,000 comes down to just making enough videos to get to the point where you can earn the right to hit 1,000 subscribers. After you earn the right to hit 1,000 subscribers, it's more about optimizing all of the data that you currently have and all of your bad videos and then picking one style that works. This is exactly how I did it. It's I had a bunch of random bad videos that took me a year to get to 1,000 subscribers, right? You could do this way faster. But for most people, it's going to take a while. Maybe not a year, but maybe a couple months, right? So I would look at everything that you've made, look at what's performed the best, and then double down on the content that's performed the best. That's going to be the fastest way to go from 1,000 to 10,000. Double down on the content that's performing the best for you and just make that content over and over again. That's what I did. I noticed that the dropshipping videos that I made were the best performing videos that I was making. They were the ones that were getting 3,000, 5,000 views. So when I doubled down on those, they started off at 3,000, 5,000. So I went from getting a couple hundred views to a couple thousand views a video, therefore 10xing my reach.
Right.
And then the 5,000 went to 10,000, then 20,000, then 100,000, right? So it's just a game of optimization. And then after that point, after you hit 10,000 subscribers, then it comes down to more having just insanely like good ideas. The ideas apply all the way through,
Right.
but for most beginners, they're not focused on that, even though they should be. However, that's at the point where like to get to 100,000 subscribers, you need to have good ideas. It's almost impossible not to. So double down on ideas after 10,000. I would double down on ideas from 0. But if you're at, yeah, I don't know. I think just ideas are the biggest thing that's going to take you from 10,000 to 100,000. Double down on ideas and packaging. Title, thumbnail, build that curiosity gap between the title and thumbnail. So for example, if you have a title, you can say one thing in the title. Like I know Eric has a video sneaking into celebrities' pools. And then the thumbnail doesn't say that same thing. It doesn't say sneaking into celebrities' pools. No. It shows a pool and it shows Taylor Swift, right?
Leveraging celebrities as well.
Exactly. Social hacking as well. So it builds that curiosity gap in the thumbnail. Be like, oh shit, did he actually go into Taylor Swift's pool? That's the question. And that opens that question in the viewer's mind. And they're like, well, let me click to find out. And then once you click on the video, then the packaging is immediately confirmed by him being in front of a pool. So there's a lot of little tiny things that go into it, but that's just one of them.
Yeah. And I want to add on to that as well, just the whole like 0 to 1,000 and then beyond. I know I mentioned like what I would do if I was going 0 to 1,000, but I think for a lot of people, it is the ideas, it is that, but it's putting out a lot of bad videos because it takes time. Like even if you're getting better every single, like if you really focus and you get better every single video, your videos are still going to suck for a while. Like no matter what, I mean, unless you're, I don't know, unless you're some psychotic dude who's like crazy at content, it's going to take a while.
I mean, even Mr. Beast. You look at Mr.
Dude did it
Beast.
For like years, man. He was grinding.
Dude, it took him years to hit like 1,000. It took him like 6 years to hit 100,000, something like that. It was ridiculous, like a long time. How long did it take you to hit 1,000?
Bro. Well, I was on like my 6th, 7th channel.
Yeah.
It still took me 3 years.
3 years, yeah. So exactly, like, you know, I had been making videos my whole life as well. Not like trying to take it serious or anything, but I never hit 1,000 subscribers until I spent that year taking it like super seriously.
Yeah.
Right. And dude, like it takes a while. That's the hard truth that most people don't understand.
Yeah. There's a lot of skills you have to master. Like you have to take it one at a time. Like if you try to just jump in, do everything all at once, it's going to be pretty tough. And this is something we talk about a lot is the first thing you can do to really help is outsource your thumbnails and outsource your editing.
100%.
Something you have to get really good at yourself at is understanding story, understanding scripting, and of course the ideas. Those are the 3 things like you have to focus on for yourself when you want to be, a better creator.
Exactly. And like you said, the thing is you can also, if you have money, you can shortcut those things as well, right?
Yeah.
By hiring someone like you or me.
Yeah.
Because, we already put that packaging in the top 1%. We already put those ideas in the top 1%.
Exactly. Yeah, if you're broke, you can't really do that. So you're gonna have to.
But if you're broke, then you just gotta learn it, like we did.
That's what we did, and then we even did editing for other people too, and you learn from that as well. But then you also make money, so you can reinvest that back into yourself and into your channels.
Yeah, but it's basically like pushing a rock up a hill, and
a boulder.
Sometimes your body gives out, and then you just fall all the way back down the hill.
Once you get ran over, though.
Yeah, you get ran over, you die, and you respawn at the bottom of the hill. And then you just start making content again and start pushing it back up the hill. And then eventually you get stronger, you build muscles, and then you can eventually make it to the top.
So I'm curious, where do you think YouTube's headed in the next 5 years? And then I also want to touch on like the Sam Sulek, raw reality, raw videos, that whole trend right now. But where do you see like YouTube going in like this year and then 5 years, like and beyond?
Bro, if you are making raw videos, there is something fundamentally wrong. Raw videos, people see this trend. They see Sam Sulek making raw videos, and now you see other people blowing up. Like for example, William Brown. You see Sander Stage is doing well. Charlie Morgan, a lot of people in the business niche, right? But there's a fundamental problem with that. The fundamental problem is that it's inauthentic if that's not you. And for like 90% of people, they're not a raw person. Sam Sulek, he just is not an edited person. That's just his style. He's not trying to make a raw video. He's just trying to make a video.
Bro, I'm going to interrupt you for a second. Imagine Sam Sulek with a Mr. Beast edit.
That would be crazy.
That would kind of go hard, but it would not.
It would
fit.
go hard.
It wouldn't work.
It would go hard. Yeah, because it's not him. The thing is, your content needs to be you. It's just your content is an amplification of you. For example, like my content is extremely edited, animated, and that's because that's the kind of style that I like. Like, you know, if you like the raw style and you feel like that's you and you have a great personality to back it, it's going to be good. But by nature, raw content is less engaging. And but
you gotta put the Subway servers on the side, bro.
I don't know about that.
Otherwise, I can't watch raw videos, bro. Like I need the Subway servers,
bro. Yeah. So yeah, you need like, you either need to make up for that rawness in personality, but I truly believe that non-raw videos will always perform better. There is a reason why Mr. Beast is the #1 channel. And there's a reason why Sam Sulek only, I don't know how many subscribers he has, like 10 mil?
I don't think he's that. I think he's at like
2 mil, something like that.
Like 2, 3. Yeah, I don't think he's that high.
He's doing well, but he's not doing anywhere close to Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is on another level because he's optimized everything to the max. And the thing is, your videos, your editing is like 20% of your entire video, maybe even more, like maybe 30 or 40%. If you neglect that 30 or 40%, you're going to need to make up for it in other aspects like your personality. And frankly, if you don't have like a crazy personality, you don't have an extremely interesting personality that people connect with,
something
which
that stands out.
Exactly. Like, I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's just normal. Not everyone can have a 1% personality. Like for me, I don't. So I make up for that in other ways.
Bro, you don't have the Andrew Tate mentality. You
bro.
gotta emphasize yourself.
Bro.
I'm just playing.
But yeah, like I think, like, dude, if you're just neglecting editing, you're just neglecting a key aspect of your video, and it's just not it's just not optimized. It's not ideal. However, with that said, some people just like that style, and if you truly do, go for it. You know, maybe it'll work for you, but I don't like, the chances are it won't. It's like playing a lottery game when you could play, like, when you could like be like investing, right? It's like you have a proven rate of return versus like you're playing like blackjack, but with horrible odds. Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think is going to be the meta of YouTube in the next few years? Because people, you know, for a while it was like the Mr. Beast copycats. I feel like that's kind of fallen off now, and then people now are just, of course, like we just talked about, the authenticity thing. But what's the meta for the next few years, or even is there one?
Yeah, I think the meta for the next few years, I do think YouTube is going to be slower. I do agree with that, but that is slower content is much different from raw content. That's a big distinguishing factor. I think slowing down, more storytelling will rise, but it's not going to be like raw iPhone video. It's just not it. But
it'll work for some people, but the majority of people,
it'll work for some people, but not everyone. And if you don't want to take that chance. So I think the YouTube will slow down. I think thumbnails will get bigger in curiosity gaps. I think titles will keep improving. Ideas will keep improving. We're seeing outlier theory be used a lot more now. So people are essentially searching up super viral videos, like the most viral videos ever on YouTube, and then recreating them for themselves. That's going to keep happening, I think, over the next 5 years. I think that low quality channels will be weeded out. Only the best YouTube channels will succeed. I think before now, you could get away with like making a lower quality channel, like an AI channel. A lot of these cash cow channels aren't that good, but they still had content. Like they still got good views. But now I think you need like an actual brand. You need an actual culture to your channel. Like for example, there's this channel called Horses that I love, bro. They're so good. And they talk about philosophy. And it's like
those are some smart horses.
Bro, yeah. Like their style is so good. It's slow, but it's phenomenal. It's like the information is so high quality. The editing is it's very on brand, and it's so good. Like it's branded, it's cultured. I think that kind of stuff is good. We're going to be shifting more to that. It's going to be harder and harder to blow up. So get in now before it's too late.
See, I'd almost push back on the slower content.
Really?
Because as the current generation like grows up, I already have a Subway Surfers brain, and I'm like kind of old. Think about like kids that are 12, 13, like they're born on the Subway Surfers content. I don't know.
That's fair.
But I mean, at the end of the day, I think it comes down to storytelling and what can really hook people in, reel people in. If it takes Subway Surfers, it takes Subway Surfers. If it doesn't, that's ideal. But
that's fair.
I don't know about like slower content. I would push back on that a little bit, but
interesting.
What do you think? What do you think about AI in videos, like AI, like you got fake humans, like is even something we saw in an event we went to recently. Eddie Malouf, it was amazing. Like he's not even filming like the videos himself. This dude has an AI of himself making the video, so he doesn't even have to sit. He sits down once, it gets all of his data. Yeah. It's very, very advanced.
That was cool.
That was crazy. Do you think that's going to become like a more popular thing in the next few years?
I think if it gets to the point, like Eddie's was great, but I think you could still tell bit.
I think it was impressive.
Dude, if it gets to the point where you can't tell, it's going to be huge. AI is going to take over, and it's going to make it's going to make most YouTubers like, it's going to make the amount of content that YouTubers can produce way higher, and therefore up the standards of ideas. I think everything comes back to ideas. So because the volume has gone up, the actual quality will increase and volume will decrease. Does that make sense? So like quality content will become more valuable. And yeah, because like the thing is, if you have an AI person filming, you're also going to, like if you post a video every single day, you can't really write a script every single day, or at least it's going to be harder to.
Yeah, but with the advancement of AI, what about like ChatGPT? What if you just built a system where it's like ChatGPT scripts, ChatGPT does the title, ChatGPT makes like the thumbnail, and then the AI, like, is that a possibility?
I don't think for writing it is. I think because it'll be commoditized. If everyone has access to it, it's going to be the same thing over and over again. So it'll all come back to ideas. But I do think that AI will not be as good as humans in terms of creative writing. With that said, I don't think that video is the same. I think that video could be better than humans in like creativity. Like in terms of someone sitting down in a chair, if you have a prompt to make them more animated than they would be normally, or make them more interesting, or make them seem more like this person, they're going to be more interesting than their normal self. Whereas like for me, like if I don't want to film and I have to film, I'm not going to be as interesting as if I'm on a super good day, super energetic. If AI can make me super energetic every single day, think about like, when you hit 1,000 subscribers, you had like a very euphoric moment. Yeah. I think every creator knows how it feels to be in that flow state. Imagine if you could just make yourself in that flow state all the time. Imagine if you could even increase that flow state higher than it normally is.
Yeah, it's pretty wild to think about. I don't want to think about it. I'm going to lose. My career is going to be extinct.
Bro, you just be an AI career. It's all good.
Turn myself into an AI.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that that's the way to do it. Or I think that's what's going to happen if that like advancement happens in technology. But I think people will still be writing the scripts themselves. And I think there will always be room for expert copywriters. I think there will always be room for expert editors. Anything that requires creativity.
Speaking of copywriters, something I was thinking about when I was thinking about this AI thing was there's people who are like really, really good copywriters.
Yep.
But they don't want to do YouTube. They're like super nerds, like super writing nerds. You think they could like with like the power of AI, I think they could create some like nasty banger videos? Or no? Maybe I'm tripping.
I think yes, 100%, bro. I think
they just create like the best story imaginable of all time.
100%. Dude, I think Hollywood writers, stuff like that, like people, who are writing indie films, dude, they have a big opportunity to come in and like.
You think they would be optimized enough though for YouTube?
Nah, but they could learn.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, not right now, but they could learn for sure. And I think, but even YouTubers, like expert copywriters, that understand human psychology, if they come in and they make those AI videos, that's who people that's who people are going to be hiring in the next 10 years.
Yeah. I think like copywriting just in general, it's a great skill to have.
100%.
And even going forward, even with AI, like it's crazy.
I got a question for you. What do you think is the most valuable skill for YouTubers?
I think it's copywriting.
You think copywriting?
I think it's not really it's script writing in YouTube terms. I think it really is script writing. I mean, a lot of people can succeed without script writing, and I mean, like entertainment videos, some of them are scripted, some of them aren't, but we're good. I think like I really just think storytelling is like the most powerful thing. Like, obviously, like we talked about, like getting clicks, ideas, but then you have to keep them in the video. I mean, when you watch like a TV show, chances are because it was a big commitment to watch a TV show or watch like a movie, you're gonna watch it all the way through. You'll skip, the boring parts. Whereas with YouTube, even if you're watching it on a TV, which is becoming a more popular thing, I feel like even then, like you'll skip through a little bit, or you won't be it's so easy to leave a YouTube video. That's why I think just storytelling is just so powerful, because with storytelling you can obviously get the views, but then you can also make an impact too.
Yeah.
So then what do you think is the best skill for YouTubers?
I think the best skill for YouTubers is copywriting.
As well, yeah.
I think copywriting, but not just in terms of the script. I think also copywriting in terms of the title and the idea. Okay. Like, if you can frame the title in a way...
Isn't that more creative, though?
Yeah, it's creative.
Don't you gotta be like an artist?
No. I think you have to. I think copywriting is the number one thing.
Okay.
You have to understand YouTube too, of course.
Right,
but like copywriting, and then putting like text in the thumbnail. Because copywriting and thumbnail design is very similar. It's like, how do you hit on a human emotion, create an open loop in someone's mind? And if you can both hit on that, if you can hit on that in the title and the thumbnail, along with the script, that's going to be the most powerful skill to learn. I think that's just a skill of packaging, maybe.
Okay.
The skill of packaging, I think, is the number one skill, but that comes back to copywriting as well.
Interesting. So what do you think? We talked about ideas. We've talked a little about storytelling. We talked a little briefly about editing. If you want to get 1 million views on a video, what are you doing? What are you doing to achieve that? And what's like the 80-20 of what you're doing? I mean, we talked about ideas a lot, but what would you do if you had to get 1 million views tomorrow or you're dying? Gun to your head, 1 million views. What do you need
gun to my head, 1 million views.
I did not plan this. We're going off some crazy stuff now.
All right. Gun to my head, I had to hit 1 million views tomorrow.
Maybe not tomorrow. Maybe in like a couple days.
All right.
We're gonna let the algorithm,
Yeah,
set
fair,
the audience
fair,
needs to get adjusted to the video.
All right. What would I do, bro?
It could be a brand new channel. It doesn't have to be on any of your channels. Brand new channel, brand new niche, whatever.
Gun to my head, I had to get 1 million views tomorrow. What I would do is, if I had an unlimited budget, is I would literally pay Mr. Beast like $10 million to come on my video. And what I would do is I would literally put him in a challenge video.
I'll make him do the challenge.
I'd put Mr. Beast in the challenge video. And I'd say, if you step out of this circle,
Ooh.
I'm going to give, if you step out of the circle, you will not win $1. And I guarantee that Mr. Beast in his YouTube brain will be like, I'm not stepping out of the circle. So that video would go so viral because it's taking a proven concept that people love as Mr. Beast challenges. And what it's doing is it's essentially flipping that on its head, Mr. Beast challenges, but putting Mr. Beast in the challenge. That is a 1 million view video. And
Like a 10, 20 million.
yeah,
view
exactly. Got to give room for safety, bro. There's a gun in my head. So that's a 10, 20 million view video. It would just be extremely hard to execute on, but that's a guaranteed 10, 20 million views. So social hacking, flipping the script, changing the angle to something that's never been done before. New is always better than better. And if I were needed to go viral or I was going to die, that's what I would do. How about you?
Shoot, I don't think I could top that. That was really good. That was really good. Shoot, 1 million views, gun to my head. I'm starting a kids channel, bro.
That's fair, bro. That's a good shot.
I'm gonna make the new Coco Melon. I don't know anything about that at all. If I had an unlimited budget, I'd just like, should I buy Coco Melon's channel? But no, I guess that's not even fair.
What's the title of the kids video that you would make?
I would try to start the next like baby shark trend or something.
Okay, interesting. I like that.
I don't know. That would be like trying to go for like 100 million views.
Yeah, for sure.
1 million? That is tough.
Yeah, it's a tough.
I'm trying to think of something like really unique too.
I know it, dude. I don't know. It was a hard question.
It's a really hard question.
Yeah.
If I had an unlimited budget, I'm buying 10 Lamborghinis, 10 Ferraris, 10 Bugattis. Maybe actually just one of each. I'm racing them all. I'm doing like an ultimate competition between the three. I'm doing like a race. I'm doing like a derby. I'm putting them off road. I don't know. I think that would just be, nobody's ever done anything like that.
That would be sick.
That would cost a lot of money, but
You could also do like a video where it's like which supercar can survive the longest.
Ooh.
Something like that, bro. That would be fire. I feel like that'd be a
that
million
would
views.
be fire.
And then like have you like with like a blowtorch, or like not a blowtorch, like flamethrower in the thumbnail.
Some
like,
whistling diesel type stuff right
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
That would be sick.
But like with multiple supercars, you'd be like,
Yeah.
I have like a Bugatti, a Lamborghini, a Ferrari.
I think one of each would probably, but not 10. 10
Yeah,
might be a
yeah.
little overboard.
I think one of each would be good.
one
Yeah.
of each would be good, yeah.
Damn, that's a good one.
That was outside the box.
Yeah, that was really solid.
So following up some of these past few wild questions.
Yeah.
What's the best way to learn YouTube if you're starting from scratch or little knowledge and obviously want to get to, a lot of subscribers and become a full-time creator?
I mean, the fastest way to learn is to learn from someone else, right? So either you go take, for example, like my free course. That's probably the easiest way, completely free, no money, better than most people's paid courses. Or what you can do is essentially go out, send a bunch of emails to your favorite YouTubers asking them to work for absolutely free. And then most of them will say no, most of them will ignore you, but some will say yes. If you go and work for like Mr. Beast, for example, I went to go work for Nate O'Brien. I learned so much there about managing content teams and all that. Now that's how I make most of my money. So I think working for someone else is probably the fastest way to learn. You also can get paid. Like you can start off working for free and then start making money later. It's a win-win. You basically speed up your growth. I guarantee that if you go work for a creator and then start a channel, you'll have more subscribers after 6 months than if you started your own channel without working for another creator. So it's a shortcut, and I would 100% recommend anyone do that.
What's your best YouTube advice in one sentence?
My best YouTube advice is do more volume on everything. do more thumbnails, do more titles, do more ideas, do more editing, do more scripting, all of it. Just do more of it. That's the best way that you're going to get better. Just learn as much as you can, take as much education in it as you can, but then actually go out and apply it. I've probably written 1,000, no, maybe not 1,000, maybe like 400 YouTube scripts. I've come up with probably 10,000 plus ideas at this point. I've written definitely over like 5,000 to 6,000 titles. Thumbnails, I haven't done a lot because I just outsourced them in the beginning, like you should too. But this dude, I know you've come up. You've made a lot of thumbnails.
I've done way too many thumbnails. I mean, I've done thousands of videos in my life. Yeah. So you got those thumbnails, but then in the past year, I was designing thumbnails like full time. I was going crazy with the thumbnails.
Dude, you were, bro. They were good too.
They were decent, and then I started looking at other people, and I'm like, dang, they're like way better than me. That's why I got out the game. I'm like, I'll pay somebody else to do it.
Yeah, that's fair. Nah, but dude, yeah, like that's the key though. I would just say do more volume. That's the number one thing.
Now I'm out of questions.
All right. Let me ask you some questions.
Okay.
Rapid fire.
All right. One couple sentences. What's your biggest goal with YouTube? Biggest goal with YouTube is to hit 1 million subscribers on my main Tropic channel.
What are you gonna do if you make $1 million?
Like million cash, like in the bank?
Million in the bank.
Million in the bank.
Go fast.
I know, bro. I'm thinking. I can't think that fast.
You're good.
I don't do improv.
You're fine.
Shoot. Million in the bank. I'm buying a Ferrari, bro.
All right, buying a Ferrari.
I'm also buying a house. I'm
Okay.
also giving some money to the poor as well. If I had $1 million cash.
Shit. All right, nice. That's good. All right, if you had an unlimited budget, what is the video that you would make?
Probably
the first
that,
video.
Probably that Cars video we were talking about earlier.
Really? You would actually do that?
I think that would be that'd be so much fun to make.
Yeah, it would.
It would be a banger.
Yeah, for sure.
I think a goal of mine too is once I start making more money is to do a car channel and to kind of do what like Whistling Diesel does. I think that just looks like so much fun. Just
it
to
does
like
look like fun.
Test cars, drive trucks into trees, bro. That sounds like so much fun. I don't know.
That does sound awesome. Yeah. And then okay, sounds good. So who is the number one YouTuber who you would want to work for?
Work for?
Yeah.
Iman Gaji.
Really? Damn. Okay. Heard that. All right.
What are your top 3 favorite YouTubers right now?
Top 3 favorite YouTubers. I like Kurt Kaz. He's really good. I like Cullen Hateberry. He's a Thai YouTuber. He's really good.
This dude
and then
Thailand, bro.
I like adventure travel YouTube. That's number one for me. But for terms of business, I don't watch any business videos, bro. I can't. Number 3, Damon Dominique. He's so good. He's like a travel YouTuber.
So 3 travel YouTubers.
3 travel YouTubers, bro. That's like my number one.
Dang.
That's like the number thing. That's like the only thing I watch on YouTube though.
Dang.
That's the problem. Like I don't watch anything else. All right, what about you?
I got Ryan Trahan.
All right.
Bia has even though my boy don't post anymore, so probably his podcast now, honestly. And Iman Gaji, bro, that's my guy.
Dang, that's crazy.
Actually, no, I take that back. He's at the 4 spot. I got Whistling Diesel at 3.
Whistling Diesel at 3. Okay, heard that. Got it. Okay. What would you say to someone who wants to build a business off of social media?
Off of like any platform?
All social media.
All social media. So like you're posting on everything.
Yes.
Shoot, I'd be one of those like these. Have you seen these people with my reels lately? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but there's like these women, bro. I don't know what it is. They start these like social media marketing or social media management things. They'll start. I don't know. Maybe it's just my For You page is messed up, but
bro,
all this they be like growing from like 0 to like 50K followers in like 2 weeks. I've never seen that type of growth in my life.
Damn.
And on Instagram, keep in mind. And then they sell like a digital product off of that. It's like weird, but it seems to work. I mean, maybe they're capping, but like that might be something to look into. I don't know.
Bro, that's crazy.
Yeah, they be doing like the trending audio. They write like the long descriptions. It seems to work. I don't know. I never thought it would, but
don't you have to be a woman to do that?
I'll switch sides now.
No, I heard that. Okay.
I'll be the first male to do it.
It's kind of a good angle though, bro. It could be a good angle. All right. All right. What is the okay, you asked me this, but what is the number one piece of YouTube advice that you would give anyone?
My number one piece of advice would be to actually consume a lot of content. This is a little controversial. It's a little crazy. But I think you need to consume a lot of content. Different types of content too, not just like one type. Andrew Tate. No, it needs to be a little bit different. You got to watch different types. So, I mean, I honestly like watching travel, watching a little bit of business, watching a little bit of entertainment. You get a good feel for different things. This is like a paragraph I'm doing right now. This isn't a sentence.
No, this is fine.
I'm gonna do a New York Times bestseller, but so you get exposure to a lot of different things, and you can then take some of those different things like you like. So maybe you like something that travel vloggers do. You take that, you bring it to whatever niche you're in. Say you're in the coding niche. So instead of coding at your desk, you go code in the wild. That's a banger,
That's
bro.
a banger, bro. Yeah.
Just imagine that could be a raw video. Like that would be a good.
Yeah.
You just see this dude in the middle of a forest coding.
Yeah.
He just like codes a whole app.
He's like, I can't go home until I make a SaaS.
He's got to start a $1 million SaaS in the woods. 24-hour challenge.
Yeah. Or in like pitch black, bro. Like I coded a video game in pitch black. That'd be a banger video.
That would be.
Yeah. Dude, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, no, I think getting exposure to different things, obviously you have to do it in moderation. Like you can't just be doom scrolling, doom watching, but getting exposure to different things can give you inspiration to take things. Like I see a lot of people that they'll copy people just like one-to-one, but it's okay to copy, but it's not okay to copy like the whole thing. Like take an element you like here, take an element you like here, throw in your own sauce, mix it all together. You got to bang your YouTube channel.
I think that's why a lot of business people get stuck and they follow trends. Like right now, everyone in the business space is navigating over to the raw style.
Yeah, after they were on the Emon trend, let's do Emon
After they were on the
animations.
Amon trend, right? So whatever's popular, people automatically think that's what they should make. But the best YouTubers in the world and the best creators in the world realize that doing your own thing and bringing all of the outside influences that you've seen do well, bringing those into one unique style and then hammering down on that style again and again, even if it's not the popular thing, is always going to perform better in the long run.
You become the trendsetter.
Exactly.
You innovate. You become like your own thing.
Exactly.
I mean, Emon didn't just like one day decide to just let me go copy, Joe Blow. Like he kind of like invented that. Maybe he did find somebody small, or even Mr. Beast. Like he created his style. Now there's Mr. Beast copycats. Like he was the inventor or the originator of that. And same with like Sam Sulek, we were talking about earlier. Like now all of a sudden everybody wants to copy that. So like you just said, and now that's like, let's go copy. No.
Yeah, and I think also a lot of watching YouTube and just watching a ton of videos also just develops your intuition on what will perform well, because you see.
Yeah, because you start to really pick up on things. If you watch a lot of really like good content, especially for editing too. This is something I noticed is even like I've edited like lots and lots of videos in my life.
Yeah.
And you learn a lot from that, but you do learn a lot from watching a lot of content and studying it too. Like you understand when like a cut needs to be made or different types of cuts, that type of stuff, which is pretty detailed, but
yeah, 100%. Like sometimes I'll be watching the videos that my editors send me, and I'm like, bro, this frame is like one frame off.
yeah,
I'm like, bro, this frame is one frame off. Like
it sounds overkill, but that could be the difference.
Exactly.
In somebody clicking off or not.
Exactly.
It really could be.
Whether you get your YouTube video goes viral or you start waking up with no new subscribers.
No new subscribers, no new views.
I know.
No new. No money.
Exactly. So, yeah. Basically, watch and make a lot of content. That's kind of the takeaway here, right?
Yeah, I think so. Like if you're gonna do content like full, especially like full, like
Yeah.
doing a part time, that could be hard. Like you're working a job, you're working 8 hours a day, you're doing something else. I mean, just quit that job. Obviously, like, don't be a brokey, but
Bro.
that's gonna be clipped.
Just do as much as you can.
Do what you can, and I mean, honestly, if you are working a job, like get a job in the content creation space. If that's what you want to do,
100%.
quit that job, bro. Stop being a brokey.
Yeah.
And no, but for real though, like actually, like get a job in the space where you want to be in. Like even if like you can't afford to not have a job, just try to do your best to get a job in that space. You'll learn a lot, and then you can apply it to your own channel, your own brand.
All right, one more question. What's your daily YouTube routine?
Daily, like for creating content or watching content?
What's your daily routine?
Daily routine? Shoot, we can't expose that though.
All right. We don't have to expose
No, we
it.
can't. We can't because I talk about that in another video.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So right now, for better or worse, I'm waking up at like 2 p.m. We're roommates, so like I'll be getting up. This dude's been up for like 5-6 hours. I just get up, and be like, "Yo, what's going on, bro? Sun's already coming down."
Bro.
And then I usually handle some business stuff in the first hour.
Mm.
I respond to all those Slack messages.
Yep.
And then I'll watch some YouTube. Honestly, I don't work. Like I don't usually start working for a while. I'll consume some content,
Yeah.
and then I'll usually script some videos, work on whatever else for a while, play some ping pong, and we'll work a little bit more. And then usually, shoot, at the end of the day before I go to bed, this is probably terrible for my sleep, terrible for my brain, but I'll be doom scrolling before I go to bed, or I'll be watching like YouTube right before bed. Like I'll close my eyes after I just stopped watching Andrew Tate short. Dude, it could be the motivation as I'm going to sleep.
Bro, the bad thing is I do that too, bro. It's so bad. It's horrible. Yeah, that's why I deleted Instagram off my phone like 2 days ago.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm going. I gotta take a break.
Joining
bro.
the club, baby. Yes, sir.
Bro, it was bad. It was really getting bad. I was like, I gotta stop.
It's tough. Like there are, especially with like short form. It's like
Yeah, short form's ridiculous.
short form is this. The algorithms know exactly what to show you. Like they have the target. Like, you want to talk about target audience? Like talk about creating for the target audience. They know exactly what you want.
Yeah, it's not. It's good for us, but
Yeah, it's good. It's great for content creators because I mean, otherwise, with the amount of competition like you're competing against.
yeah.
Last question here to end this off. Any chance I get that social security number, YouTube password?